Hello and welcome to Country Kitchen Approved. I'm your host Courtney. Today I'm going to show you how to make frozen pumpkin custard and pumpkin creme brulee. My very first job was at a frozen custard shop, and every fall we would make frozen pumpkin custard right out of the machine. It was so good. Nowadays all I can find at the frozen custard places is vanilla ice cream with a piece of pumpkin pie mixed in. That is also very good, but I was really craving the creamy pumpkin pie custard. So I decided to come up with a recipe for it. And then I thought you could cook it a little longer and make pumpkin creme brulee. So that was the motivation behind these two recipes. In a saucepan, start by adding 1 cup of brown sugar. Did you know that there are 2 types of brown sugar? The cheaper kind has sugar and molasses. The real kind has brown sugar. Just check the ingredients and you'll see. Next, add a 1/4 cup of white sugar, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, a sprinkle of salt, 2 cups heavy whipping cream, and 2 cups milk. Whisk until smooth. We want to cook this until it reaches 175 degrees, so I'm placing in a candy thermometer to keep an eye on the temperature. While you're waiting, in a separate bowl, crack and beat 4 eggs. Keep whisking your cream mixture to prevent burning. Once the thermometer reaches 175, remove from the heat. Next, we are going to temper the eggs, which means we're going to slowly pour the hot mixture into the eggs while whisking the whole time. If this happens too quickly, you'll have scrambled eggs. Not good. Once you've poured about half of the hot mixture into the eggs, you can then pour the rest of it back into the pan and stir it all together. Put it back on the stove until it reaches 160 degrees or coats the back of a metal spoon. Now for the pumpkin part. Empty a can of pumpkin, a tablespoon of pumpkin spice, and a teaspoon of vanilla and mix that together. Then whisk the egg mixture into the pumpkin until it's nice and smooth. Pour half of the mix into your ice cream maker, freeze, and you have a delicious pumpkin treat. Put the other half of the mixture back on the stove until it boils and thickens. Divide into ramekins, and you can either serve right away or you can store it in the fridge if you're wanting to serve it at a later time. Cover with plastic wrap if you're planning to serve later. When you're ready to serve, put a tablespoon of sugar on each ramekin. Then use a blowtorch to melt the sugar into a nice crust. If you don't have a blowtorch, you can try putting them on the very top rack of your oven under the high broiler. And there you have it, 2 tasty pumpkin desserts from the same recipe. Thanks for watching!